My name is Lois Perlman. I am 78 years old. I have 4 daughters, beautiful, splendid daughters, 8 amazing, wonderful grandchildren, and I have emphysema. I want this film to be seen by people that are on oxygen and have been having difficulty confronting their negative positions about what it is they have going on. It was very difficult for me to confront my own positions about going out with oxygen. At the beginning, I didn't use the oxygen because I didn't want to appear like somehow using oxygen would diminish my power. I have found that isn't so. So now, I do everything on oxygen. I go to the supermarket. I use the oxygen in the supermarket. I resisted that at first. I didn't want to go in and walk around and appear like I needed some kind of physical support. And then I finally figured, listen, halfway through the market, before I wore the oxygen, I would get really tired and I would have to leave. So I figured, this is ridiculous. I might as well have a good time. So I started to take it in with me. You stick it in the cart and you go through the store, that's all. You get used to it. Originally, I wanted this film to be called Oy Vey, Oxygen, because it's not something that you expect to have turn up in your life. It's just not something you ever think you're going to have to deal with. And then when you do, it's a shock. So then the mission becomes to use it and have it be cool. Oy vey. This is a really poem. This is Mary Oliver. Usually there's somebody in the room that knows this poem. Anybody know this? I teach a class at the Osher Academy for Lifelong Learning program at Carnegie Mellon University. The name of it is Aging with Wit and Wisdom. And it's about aging and being the age that you are and really enjoying your life and not going back and wishing you were someplace else or some time else. Go into your mind and give me 2 answers to things. First of all, what's the society's position about us as aging people? Just give me an answer.
Losing value.
Losing value?
To be ignored.
Be ignored? Put them away. Right, okay.
I was going to say ignorance.
Ignored?
Being
What?
more acceptable.
Being more acceptable?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think so too. It's changing from what it used to be.
okay,
I think demanding.
okay. Minnie?
Lost our ability to think.
It doesn't sound too good, does it? It doesn't sound too good.
Right.
Most of the positions that I'm told about aging are pretty negative. So I want them to know that this is a terrific time of your life, full of joy, full of aliveness, full of learning. It just isn't youth. And the principles of that class actually also apply to how I deal with oxygen in my life. The major principle is that in your brain machine, you have a storage vault. All the things that have been told to you your entire life, everything you know, everything you think, everything you have learned is stored in your brain. Where did those answers come from? Position about aging, science position about aging, where did all those positions come from? Do you remember?
Over the years, people describing it that
But
way.
how did they get in the room?
Oh, I just.
Did they float in the air? That's right.
Well, I came in.
How'd they get in the room?
They came with me
How'd you carry them in?
on the perceptions that I've always had.
But where do you have those perceptions
In my
stored?
brain.
Correct. Your positions in your brain, I call them peanuts. P-E-A-N-U-T-S. Now that's an acronym for position, evidence, agreement, non-useful tapes. So you have all these positions about what it's like to age. You have all these positions about how older people are regarded. And you have all these positions about having something wrong with your body. You have evidence to determine that positions you have taken are valid. You collect evidence your entire life on a position you have taken, and then you surround yourself with people who give you agreement. So you have position, you have evidence, you have agreement, you have the truth, right? Now who has the right truth?
Everybody has a different truth based on
Sure.
Who has the truth? Nobody.
Well, if you have a position that enlivens you, that gives you power, that gives you energy, that makes your life fuller and contributes to the lives of others, that's good.
If it in any way diminishes, like this does me, my capacity to move and live, the idea that it's a non-useful.
You run your life out of these tapes that determine your positions. It's almost automatic. If your positions don't suit you and don't support you, what you get to do is, if you have a tape that says aging is difficult, if you have a tape that says I don't want to go out with this stuff up my nose, if you have a tape that says I don't want to do it this way, you say cancel and you put in a new tape.
All right, we're going to slowly warm up. You should be feeling it already.
Silver Sneakers is an exercise program designed for people of a certain age, for seniors, and we don't like the word seniors, people in their vigorage.
All right, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to take our heels to the front, push those arms down.
I've been doing the Silver Sneakers program for about 5 years. It's terrific. It's the right level of pressure. I can do it with oxygen. You don't move around the room, and I find it very beneficial. As I go now through the years, I have to limit what it is that I can do. You cut it in half. If she's going 1, 2, 3, 4, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. You cut it in half. You don't have to march at that pace. You can do stuff. You don't raise your hands over your head too much, but you do things that allow you to be there, and you don't have to keep up the pace that the other people are keeping up. And I like it a lot. And the people are fun. It's a good time. I think whatever age you are, you should be out. You should be moving around. You should absolutely move and live to your capacity. And if tools like oxygen enhance your capacity, terrific. 78, there are people in Silver Sneakers that are older. I know other people that are older. I don't think 78 means anything anymore. I don't feel like an old person. I don't feel like an old person, and I am an older person. I'm not a young person. I don't feel like a young person because I'm not young. I'm just in good shape, and I'm 78, and I feel terrific. Let's put it that way.